For ex-WNBA All-Star shuts down Indiana Fever fans with blunt defense of DeWanna. Well, DeWanna's return to Gainbridge Fieldhouse in a Phoenix Mercury jersey was one of the most anticipated moments of the season, and it didn't come quietly. After all, the former Indiana Fever player had played 9 games for the franchise, so she needed a grand welcome. So, Fever's audience had her arrival marked on calendars, and when the moment came, they burst with boos and chants of "quitter." But while the Fever fans were quick to make their disapproval known, not everyone was willing to let the narrative slide without pushback. And it's because Mercury star and 4-time WNBA All-Star Kalia Copper came to DeWanna's defense following the backlash. She called out Fever fans, saying, "I just don't understand," Copper said after the Mercury's 107-101 loss. Like, she's a legend. All the things she's done for the league, the disrespect, I just can't get down with it. And yes, she's right considering Bonner's experience and her 11-year run in the W. She's definitely one of the league's legends. Yet, boos rained down from the rafters when Bonner checked in for the first time with about 7 minutes left in the first quarter. And as if that weren't enough, when she was fouled on a 3-point attempt and stepped to the line for free throws, fans started yelling "quitter." And Copper noticed every single moment. She didn't just sit quietly. It's very distasteful what their fan base is doing when it comes to DB, because she is just the sweetest soul. The situation didn't work for her, and it wasn't what she wanted or whatever, but we don't need all of that. It's just unnecessary, Copper added. And yes, her blunt take struck a chord, flipping the script on a fan base that once viewed Bonner as a prized off-season addition. After all, Bonner, who averaged career lows of 7.1 points and 3.8 rebounds per game during her short stint with Indiana, was expected to be a veteran anchor for this young Fever squad. But things didn't click, citing chemistry issues. She requested a trade and was eventually waived. And that was something that paved the way for her return to Phoenix, where her fiancé, Alyssa Thomas, plays. And while she was waived, Fever got their replacement too as they signed Ari McDonald. And it was then, on July 7th, that Bonner rejoined the franchise that originally drafted her and where she won 2 championships during her 10-season tenure. So you can imagine how awkward and frustrating it must have been getting booed in the same arena where she spent 4 months giving her all to these very fans. Still, Bonner didn't visibly react or engage with the crowd. As Phoenix coach Nate Tibbetts put it, "I thought Bonner handled it fine," he said. That's how sports work. You go to a former home of yours when you don't leave on your terms, and typically fans aren't going to be happy. That's what they did tonight. But while Bonner kept her cool, Thomas, who wasn't made available to the media after the game, wasn't so quiet. She could be seen on the broadcast waving at the crowd after Bonner was fouled in the first quarter and appeared to be yelling at fans in the stands. And honestly, it made sense. No one wants to hear their partner disrespected in that way. It's enough to frustrate any player. Yet, despite the harsh crowd reaction, the Indiana Fever squad stood apart. DeWanna Bonner gets booed in Indy despite respectful exit and lasting ties. When Bonner played first time for Mercury post-Fever exit, she was welcomed by nearly 10,000 American fans. "She's loved here by all the fans," her fiancé Alyssa Thomas said after the game. "As for us, it's all about staying the course," she added. And it all made sense. Bonner had returned to family, to the franchise where she built her legacy, a cornerstone of Phoenix's championship past and a symbol of resilience. And, since Bonner made a comeback to Fever, she might have expected a similar reception as Griner got when she played against the Mercury. But by the end of the game, Bonner finished with 4 points and a rebound in 20/40 of playing time, which seems to be due to the booing incident she encountered. But of course, this was unnecessary as both Fever and Bonner parted on mutual agreement. As Bonner shared, "I want to sincerely thank the Indiana Fever. I felt the fit did not work out, and that's what makes it even more surprising. Especially when you consider her relationship with Fever head coach Stephanie White, who spent 2 seasons coaching Bonner at Connecticut. That connection is exactly why White brought her to Indy in the first place. When Bonner left, White had nothing but respect. At the end of the day, basketball is basketball and relationships are relationships, and DB is one of my all-time favorites. And I still care about DB as a person, so I'm happy that she found a good landing spot, a special spot where she started her career. I'm happy